YTBC, what's the deal? So, I know a lot of fans, they always ask me about short heavyweights, so I'm going to just bring them to you. Another 6 foot and under type of heavyweight is Sean Turner. He's 6 feet, 5'11", 260 pounds. He's 7-0 as a pro. He is from Dublin, Ireland. He's 24 years old. Now, I was able to watch a lot, some World Series of boxing fights, and good balance. He had good amateur, a lot of power. Um, I seen him in the ring with, who was the other prospect? Matteo Magduno. He was in there with him in the World Series of boxing, and man, Sean Turner could have fought a totally different fight. Because when I seen him later in his pro career, he added uppercuts. He added uppercuts, man. The pro fights I seen, he loved to go to the uppercut. He looks better all around. He looks stronger all around as a fighter now versus the World Series of boxing. Like the fight with Madugno, and he tried to air it out with him, man. He tried to air it out and throw hooks, and he got caught. He tried to hook with a bigger man, and he was out hooked, which was surprising to me, because usually smaller heavyweights can at least out hook bigger men. Although there have been big heavyweights that can hook. Most recently, Vladimir Klitschko can throw left hooks off his jab. So I'm not saying big guys can't hook. I'm just saying that usually smaller guys, at least most likely have the hook advantage on bigger heavyweights. But now I've seen his weight fluctuate. I've seen him come in as high as 270 to 260 is okay, but I like to see him like in his Gabor Farkas fight when he was 250. I like 250, 245, 240 would probably be the ideal weight. I seen an interview with him on YouTube, and the interviewer would ask him about possibly moving down to cruiserweight. And I don't want him to kill himself to get the cruiserweight, because I don't know when the last time he's been 200 pounds. I don't know. If somebody knows that, please leave it in the comment section. But I mean, if you're up to 270 and we're trying to get you down to 240, I think 200 might be out of the question. He might not be the same fighter trying to lose 70, 60, 50 pounds, man. Although a lot of it is fat, but he is a built guy, though, not as far as muscle bound, but he has thick calves, thick legs, so you can tell it's not just upper body weight. He's a thick guy, and I think a lot of his power will come from the ground up. So I think he can use being short to his advantage. I don't think he necessarily has to move down to cruiserweight, but I've seen a couple pro fights. I've seen he most recently just beat Peter Erdos, and some of you Erdos just recently lost to Derek Chisora. He also lost to Gary Cornish. I seen him, like I said, I seen the Gabor Farkas fight. Farkas, 38-year-old guy. He was at least 6'3", 6'4". I didn't check his height, but watching the fight, he looked at least be about 3 or 4 inches taller. This fight was on Box Nation. It's on YouTube. The first 12 seconds into the fight, Turner comes out and drops him. Drops him with a hard overhand right. Farkas gets up, he gets hit with a big left hook that puts him down. Then he gets back up and gets hit with another overhand right that puts him down. So that fight was pretty much stopped. He got bum rushed. And then the Igoris Barucha fight that's also on YouTube. That's the fight. And Barucha has been in there with guys like Arnold Jaric and Gary Cornish and Johan Duhapa. But this fight, Turner came out. He was throwing good combination. He was placing his shots. He showed decent defense, good defense. The uppercuts is what caught my attention. He was working. He was showing good defensive posture. He was being very responsible on defense. He wasn't getting caught carelessly like he did in the Mudungo fight. He looked way better, man. Now, you could probably say it was the opposition, because that World Series of boxing is pretty tough to get wins in that league. But he looked good in this fight, man. He looked really good, But yeah, that World Series of boxing is tough. I mean, you had guys like Sergey Kuzman and Filip Herkovic and Alexander Usyk and Joe Joyce. So it's tough to get wins. But in his pro fights, he's looked good. The combination punching, the uppercuts, left and right uppercuts. He knows how to sit down and shift his body and get his shots off. He has good skill, good amateur background. I like what I see. And he's young. That's the key thing. He's only 24. So I want to see more of Sean Turner. You can add him to the list of shorter 6 feet or under heavyweights prospects. YTBC. I'm out.